Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, students, this is a video on the explanation of your assignment 2 and project, because there are some students who text me regarding this matter, and thus I would like to have this sort of a video in order to explain what should you do and what should you focus on in order to provide or to prepare a good result. So look at this one. So this is assignment 2 and project. So the marks for this project is, or this assignment is usually 15%, if I'm not mistaken. But never mind. Maybe in our case, I will plus 5%. Okay, because this is maybe for quiz. Not sure. Right? Later I will check, or later I will decide. Right. So by the way, so remember the due date for this project is on 14 January 2021, and all these are actually I would consider as a project, even though it is stated as assignment number 2. Okay, so just a term actually. And right, assignment number 2. So this is the objective. Course learning outcome number 2. You are able to produce single line diagrams for residential and industrial power system. Okay, so this is stated in PL5 framework skill level P4. Right. So the question asks you, uh, from your point of view, so write a report explaining the general, so this is the term, all right, general topic of single line diagram. So you should come up with this topic, okay, general topic of single line diagram for both residential and industrial power system. Okay, so you have both topic. First, for residential area, for housing, for example, or village area, for example. So where there is a community, so there is a population, so there is a housing. So you should come up with this subtopic. Okay, topic number 1. And number 2 is a more serious or critical, which is industrial power system. All right. So this is for three-phase, for example. Right, so three-phase operated system, for example. Okay, so you have at the factory, okay, manufacturing process and everything. Okay, and then your report must consist of first the page title, of course, and then you should have introduction of your report. Okay, and then a bit discussion or brief discussion on SLD. So this is single line diagram. So this is stand for single line diagram over here. All right. Okay. Again, both having residential and also industrial system. Okay, industrial power system. You should have the conclusions, reference, and minutes of meeting. So the minutes of meeting is about the, what you call it, discussion of your group members in order to complete your report, in order to complete your assignment. So you should spend at least 3 minutes of meeting. Okay. So you should have 3 copies of minutes of meeting. So due to current situation, during the current situations where everybody stays home, and then online, whatever platform it is more preferable. Okay, so you should have your online meeting amongst your group members, for example, and you should provide a minimum of 3 minutes of meeting. Okay, so how to prepare minutes of meeting? So I would like to advise you to go to Google. From there, you may download many templates of minutes of meeting. So you just go to Google and write in or type in minutes of meeting and download the templates, for example, and from there you just edit the templates into your own minutes of meeting. If you are able to provide the proof, something like your screenshot of your online meeting, so you much better. All right, so minimum is 3. And then assignment number 2, so okay, continue. So report format, all documentation must be nicely printed also. So forget about this. So you don't need to print it or compile, but you just provide the soft copy as well. So it can be, I know this is in PDF of course. Okay, so make sure the soft copy you upload later in the Google Classroom. I believe I have provide or I have prepared the Google document. All right, so you should upload from there, and your report must be okay, should be between 7 to 8 pages. Okay, it's not a long report. So this is the font type Times New Roman, font size 12, and line spacing is 1.5 in between. So I hope you have no problem to complete assignment number 2. Okay, so back to the topic or the question. So this is actually, remember, this is general topic. All right. So I would say the theory part of SLD, the single line diagram, is just a theory. So you may start with your explanation of the single diagram with the uh, symbol itself. Okay, because before you go to more complicated single diagram drawing, for example, so you must know, you must be able to understand the meaning of the individual symbol they are having in this diagram, in this particular diagram. So you may start with those kind of thing. All right, and then after you have briefly explained the symbol of they are using, and then only you can have a complete residential, for example, as well as the power system or industrial power system singular diagram. Okay, and explain everything from there, how it is connected, and then how the energy, the voltage is being transferred. For example, how is this being step down or step up at the transformer level, for example. All right, the circuit breaker involved. What type of circuit breaker is it in this distribution system, or is it in the what I call it at the consumer, for example? So what type of the circuit breaker they are using? Okay, this is very general. And then for the projects, so now let us move on to the project. So it covers CLO number 3, the course learning outcome number 3. So study and explain the given single line diagram of power system. So again, so you must be able to study and explain the given the single line diagram of power system. So I suppose to provide you a real single line diagram in this particular project. By the way, I would like to give you the opportunity, right, chances to have your own real example of polyphase network system. Okay, so the question is asking you to have or to find the real example. So this is the keyword. Okay, you can make the difference. You can see the difference. So real example of what polyphase network system is either factory, school building, substations. It can be also shopping mall, hospital, residential area, hotel, etc., etc. So, but it must be coming from the real example. How to find? So it's up to you. You can also go to Google and download it from there. So you can find the real one: factory, school building, hospital, shopping mall, and etc., etc. So from that real example of network system, SLD for example, single line diagram, and then you must produce a video. All right, so a video with a content of SLD discussion. So this is the area we are focusing on, SLD discussion, and then the guidelines of the and the format of the video. So you must have again the title, introduction, brief discussion, conclusion, references. All right, so this is the content of your video. It is some sort of a report, just like what you have done in assignment 2, the previous assignment, but in the form of video, audio and video. All right. It's not a written report, so it is in the form of video. So hopefully you are clear on that. So duration of video less than 5 minutes. Sorry, this is a typo. So duration of less than 5 minutes. So make sure the maximum is 5 minutes. And then video presentation is up to your creativity. How creative it is depend on you. Okay, you and your group members. How to present the video. Right? So please burn a single CD, so you don't need to do this, but instead you just upload in the Google document that I have prepared or have provided in our Google Classroom. All right. So we assignment 2 report, this means the previous one. All right. So the brief one, you have your own link to upload the report, and as well as this project. Okay. So continue rules of assignment or project work. So plagiarism is strictly banned. So don't simply copy from others. All right, and then citation is needed if quote from others' work, for example, journal, book, magazine, article, book, etc. So this is again a correction. Each group consists of not 6 but 5 students. Okay, 5 students. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Hopefully, so they will give you a better understanding on how you should complete your project, namely assignment number 2, as well as the project. Okay, it's about, again, I would like to write up. It's about the same thing, but you have make sure the idea is clear, where assignment 2 is a general topic, something like the theoretical explanation. Okay, theoretical explanation on what? On SLD. All right. Okay, but somehow you must also provide example, something like residential and also industrial power system. It's just a theory part only. Okay, just theory part. Something like reading notes, okay, or reading books, reading material of what? Of SLD. But this time around, you yourself have to complete, you yourself to write, you yourself to provide all those notes. Okay, and then again, to wrap up or to recap on project. So this is the real example you may find online of polyphase network system. It can be from factory, okay, it can be from school building, it can be from substation, whatever it is. Make sure it is a real example one, it's the real one. And I would like to know, where do you find, where is the location of the factory, where is the location of school building. Remember, it's a real one. And then from there you must produce a video. All right, different form of reporting. Previously it's a written report where you have to write, okay, in a report form, but this time around you just present it in a form of video, of course with some of the guidelines. Okay, still on the SLD discussion. All right, again, thank you very much for your time. Hopefully you have better understanding on that, and again, wishing you all the best. Good luck.